Guys, if you're looking for an amazing pair of dress shoes to make you taller, you're in the right place. It's a cutthroat world out there, both with working and dating. There are so many candidates for people to choose from that we need to find an advantage any way that we can. It shouldn't be this way. I absolutely agree with you, but it is. For all of my friends who are vertically challenged, have you ever heard a girl say that they won't date anyone shorter than them, or that they only date guys who are 6 foot or taller? In 2005, there was a survey done on the companies on the Fortune 500 list. The average height for a male CEO for those companies was 6 foot tall. The average height for men in America is only 5'9½". That means that taller people are more likely to get those higher ranking positions. I know what you might be thinking. Bill, you're 6'3". What does this have to do with you? Well, that's simple. I didn't make this channel for me. I made it for you. All of you. Whether you're tall, short, skinny, thicker, I want to help you to elevate your status by elevating your style. And if you're a little on the short side, pay attention. My friends over at Jennen Shoes out of Australia, they reached out to me to let me know about a product which could absolutely help you. They're called elevator shoes, and they can help you look between 2.5 to 4 inches taller. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. Robert Downey Jr. wears elevator shoes or lifts. And the MCU, he's often seen with Gwyneth Paltrow, who's also 5'9", but she regularly wears high heels. He also spends a lot of time with Chris Evans, who's 6 foot tall, and Chris Hemsworth, who's 6'3". So to avoid looking like the shortest Avenger, he wears shoes like these. Vin Diesel also wears them. When he's screwed, he's a little over 12 foot tall, but any other time, he's just under 6 foot. And he's been known to wear shoes that give him an extra 4 inches of height, so that way he can close the height gap between him and Dwayne Johnson, who's 6'5". Mark Wahlberg, George Clooney, Sylvester Stallone, Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, Daniel Radcliffe, even the man himself, Burt Reynolds. All of them wear shoes that give them a little bit more height. And all of these men have been showcased all throughout men's fashion magazines as major influencers of men's fashion. And if it works for them, it's gonna work for you. Just looking at these shoes, they look fairly normal. Most people would look at them and think they're just a normal pair of shoes. Oh, and if you're thinking this is one of those unboxing videos where people open up a box and give a full review after trying it out for 30 seconds, no. I've had these for over a month now. I really wanted to be able to give an accurate review of these for you. They're the Mr. Hayden style in black. And after talking with somebody over at Jennen Shoes, we agreed that these in a size 46, which is size 13 US, would be the best for me because I have wide feet. Now, just to note, I'm not affiliated with Jennen Shoes. I'm not sponsored. They did send me the shoes to review free of charge, but this is an honest review. It's my own thoughts and opinions. Now, inside the box came the pair of shoes, a pair of Easy Lift insoles. They look like these that I can use on my existing pair of shoes. And it also came with this shoe horn, which helps you slide your foot in and out of your shoe without damaging the back of the shoe. And each one of the shoes came with its own drawstring bag to keep them safe and protected while being shipped to me. And here are the shoes. Again, it looks like a normal pair of shoes from the outside. And as you can see right here, the heel is pretty close to the same height as my regular dress shoe. It's only about 3/4 of a centimeter or 1/4 of an inch taller. The real magic happens inside of the shoe. The insole is what generates most of the height. See how the body of the shoe is taller? This is because it's got a larger insole inside. They make the shoe taller to mask the fact that the insole actually goes basically up to about here. Whereas my normal shoe, the insole is pretty close to the bottom of the shoe. And they're a great looking pair of shoes. They're nice quality leather. The stitching looks great. You could tell they put a lot of effort into making these look really nice. On cheap, lower quality dress shoes, you can often see the imperfections on the stitching right down here, but there's none of that on these. The bottoms of the shoe has slight ridges to help you avoid slipping. It was a little bit different walking in these at first. You really want to walk around in them in your house for a bit before you take them out and about, just to get used to it, just a couple of hours. And be careful with stairs. I put these on and I immediately ran downstairs to see if Jenny noticed that I was taller, almost took a face dive into the wall. But I didn't, I said almost. After 2 to 3 hours, I was fine walking in these. So after wearing them for a month, I have to say that they are still very nice. Nobody has actually mentioned the change in my height, which is good. If one day you're, maybe 5'8", and then the next day you're 6 foot tall, you want people to see you differently, but you don't want them to know what's different. You don't want them to call you out on it. And with the design of these shoes, it's really unlikely that anybody's gonna look at you and say, hey, you're wearing elevator shoes. The elastic part right here seems to be holding on quite nicely. It's not losing any of its elasticity. And the uppers are made out of leather, so it's going to conform to my feet and fit even better than they do now. And right now they already fit great. I'll put a link to the shoes in the description for you. It's jennenshoes.com.au. And also, now that you're getting a nice pair of shoes, check out these videos right here of affordable suit reviews from major online retailers such as Joss Bank, Amazon, Men's Warehouse, JCPenney, Belk, and more. That way you can find a nice suit to go with your new shoes. And I'll see you there.